Hello there. Yes, I'm making this and I'm being a bit of a jerk while I'm making this. But November 18th of this year, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releases, and I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream, and I would like to see you all there. That's right, November 18th. That's a Friday, 24-hour stream. I will be doing it, and I will be having fun. So come on by, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, do all that stuff, and yeah, we'll have fun. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. I'm coming at you with a brand new video, and now he's back. He is back. Oh, you ever thought he was going to be gone? No, producers always survive. But Walter Hamada has managed to make a multi-year production pact with Paramount Pictures. That's right, Walter Hamada, the man who, along with his little female counterpart, assisted in basically preventing Johnny Depp from being in the Fantastic Beasts, the man who helped destroy the DCEU by not having an actual vision, and when they did have a vision, it was a very bad vision. Let's be real. Wanting to have a Latina Batwoman, a Latina Supergirl or Superwoman, and Wonder Woman be the new Trinity of DC, ignoring Batman and Superman. A man who just helped destroy Warner Brothers Pictures, Warner Brothers Media, and was rightfully basically fired. But now he's over at Paramount because these people never leave. And these individuals, these producers, are heralded as champions of cinema when all they are people that bring together a bunch of money. That's really all they are, and they undergo a bunch of production companies. They are not creatives, but people keep treating them like creatives, just like in Kevin Feige's situation. All they are business guys. And it gets really crazy seeing them heralded as these fantastic creative champions when they're not. They don't know anything. But let's get into this article. Here's some big news. In the wake of the former DC film boss Walter Hamada departing Warner Brothers Discovery, getting fired, he's landed at Paramount Pictures in an exclusive multi-year production deal. Huge gain here for the Melrose lot, with an executive who not only steered DC basically into the ground to its highest grossing movie in Aquaman with 1.1 billion worldwide. Well, it was extremely high grossing, and let's not imagine why it was 1.1 billion worldwide. Let's quit hiding the ball there. It's because people really, really, really like Jason Momoa. But let's be real, that was Jason Momoa's doing all on his own, nowhere near Amber Heard, and nowhere near the story. But also was behind the Conjuring franchise, the highest grossing horror series ever, with more than $2 billion in global box office. But that's over. I'm doing a lot of this off the top. That's a bunch of money with several flops and several misses. Because you have roughly 3 Conjuring movies. No, you have 4 Conjuring movies precisely. Annabelle movies. You have The Nun. So that's still several movies. That $2 billion in global box office is still divvied out between several movies. Now, I like the Conjuring franchise. Don't get me wrong. I actually really enjoy those. But again, all Walter Hamada is the guy that got all the money and got all the pieces together. The creatives are the one that create the story, not Walter Hamada. And when they do get involved in the storytelling, it's usually crap. i.e. MCU right now. But Hamada's deal starts January 1st, and he'll be the architect of Paramount's mainstream horror genre pod, with a mission to release several low to mid-budget films per year across theatrical and streaming. Could be interesting, because it's really easy to mess up horror, and but low to mid-budget means you need to primarily focus more on the story, less on the visuals, so it could be decent. I highly doubt it. Paramount had a major win this fall with the horror movie Smile, which was originally destined for Paramount Plus, but pivoted to a theatrical release, where it amassed close to $210 million worldwide, with more than $100 million of that stateside. Not too bad. I haven't seen Smile. I didn't hear about it till its very end. Could be good, but that's still something that Walter Hamada wasn't involved in at that time. To all due respect, Walter Hamada's actions, along with, I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, along with his co-producer, they ruined Warner Media. Let's not dilly-dally here. They ruined Warner Media. And Paramount is not in any better situation. The only thing that they had going for them for a long time was Transformers. Excuse me. They are struggling hand over fist themselves. They don't have anything. So when they tout around this Smile show movie, that's because that's all they have. Everything else keeps crashing and burning. Well, no, I think, correction, they did get Top Gun Maverick. So there's that, right? They got Top Gun Maverick. I'm back. Yeah. I had to do a quick research. Yes, Paramount does have another massive success in the form of Top Gun Maverick. I just had to double check, but that's not on Paramount Plus. That's only in other services. So, yeah, okay. I stand corrected. They had possibly the largest movie of 2022 on their platform. But still, Paramount needs more things like that because they're in deep, deep crap. Considering that Star Trek destroyed them. Their production has been destroying them hand over fist, so get out what you can, but I don't think Walter Hamada is the best choice. With his track record for groundbreaking success, Walter is the ideal partner and visionary to build out our mainstream horror genre franchise business, said Paramount Pictures President CEO Brian Robbins. Yeah, Robbins. You also aren't very successful considering where Paramount Plus is financially. As evidenced by the fantastic performance of Smile, there's a tremendous appetite for original high-concept storytelling in the global marketplace, and we look forward to long and successful partnership. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. We do want high-concept storytelling. We do want good storytelling, and we'll come in droves for good storytelling. I didn't hear about Smile until the very end of its run. But all we want is good storytelling. Walter Hamada wasn't giving us that. Why do you think we're so excited for James Gunn and Peter Safran Warner Brothers? Because we had, DC. Because we had such shit under Walter Hamada and his little co-host. Because they didn't know how to create DC. They wanted, like I said at the beginning, they wanted to kill off Batman. They wanted to kill off Superman and have Latina Batgirl and Latina Wonder Woman, not Wonder Woman, Latina Superwoman or Supergirl, along with Wonder Woman, become the new Trinity of the DCEU. That is one of the stupidest decisions I have ever heard that was ever suggested. Said Hamada, I am thrilled to collaborate with Paramount Pictures with the singular goal of creating exceptional movies in the horror genre. Over the course of my career, nothing has been more gratifying than discovering emerging first-time filmmakers and writers and unleashing their brilliance in the studio setting. Thanks to Brian and the entire team at Paramount Pictures for this tremendous opportunity. I can't wait to get started. So, credit where credit's due, he's going to be finding the writers and directors, the filmmakers and writers, the people that actually should be heralded as champions of these movies. But no, they like to ignore the writers and directors and put it all on the producers. Oh, these producers are fabulous. No, they're not. Take Kathleen Kennedy, for example. Kathleen Kennedy's the lead of Lucasfilm. She's this fabulous producer. How's Lucasfilm doing? How's DC Star Wars doing? Yeah, she worked on Raiders. She worked on the Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, I believe. But that doesn't mean anything. I think she worked on Jaws. That doesn't mean anything. When you think of Jurassic Park, you don't think Kathleen Kennedy. No, you think Steven Spielberg. When you think Raiders of the Lost Ark, you don't think Kathleen Kennedy. No, you think George Lucas. That's where we've gotten all messed up. We herald these producers over the writers and directors. That's why the MCU is so mismanaged and becoming crap, is because Kevin Feige has to have his fingers in every little thing. Instead of, hey, let your writers do what they need to do and then just basically step in when they start deviating from like the story Bible or something like that. I'm just tired of people heralding these producers like they're some fantastic storytelling geniuses, because they're not. Among Hamada's other feathers at DC, he was also behind the label's second highest grossing movie, the multi-Oscar winning and top grossing R-rated title of all time, Joker, which grossed more than $1 billion worldwide, no thanks to basically the mainstream media, constantly saying that it was the movie for the incels and you're going to have a bunch of murders and awful things happening at these movies. And what happened? It happened at a Frozen 3, not at Joker. Yeah. He was also shepherded the DC titles The Batman, Black Adam, The Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman 1984, and Shazam. Well, let's go through these. The Batman. Okay movie. Not too bad. Didn't do the best at the box office. But let's not forget the Batman was way too long and they ruined Riddler in that whole movie. Black Adam had to undergo massive reshoots, massive changes, and is no longer what Hamada's Black Adam is. It's probably relatively close, but still not the same. The Suicide Squad. Well, the Suicide Squad was more James Gunn, and you don't think Walter Hamada when you think Suicide Squad. Well, the Suicide Squad. James Gunn is the herald of the Suicide Squad. All Walter Hamada did was help produce. Wonder Woman 1984. Do we really need to discuss how that movie went? Huh, Walter? Shazam. decent movie, not the best, not the bestest thing ever. As well as the studio's upcoming DC-based releases, including The Flash, which is again undergoing massive reshoots and changes, so it's no longer going to be the Flash that you knew. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which I believe is also undergoing massive reshoots and changes, nothing that Hamada is a part of. And Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which I don't even know how that's faring, and I don't know if that's going to be doing any reshoots or changes. So out of all these movies, you have maybe 2 decent movies that are out. Well, 2 to 3 decent movies that are out. The Batman, The Suicide Squad, and Shazam, which none of them brought in $1 billion. That's 3 movies. 2 movies that were, one movie that was decent popcorn flick that was completely changed since Hamada was gone, Black Adam, which, by the way, the rumor was it had test screenings worse than Batgirl. Batgirl. You know, that movie that Zaslav cut that Oso Hamada was a part of? And then Wonder Woman 1984. How good was that movie? Who remembers Wonder Woman 1984? God. The Joker was only successful because you guys left it alone. Let's be real. You guys didn't touch it. That's why it became so successful. Prior to DC, Hamada was executive EVP, so Executive Vice President of Production at New Line Cinema, where he was behind the Conjuring series, that the adaptation of Stephen King's The Conjuring series and the adaptation of Stephen King's iconic horror novel, It. Conjuring series. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, that's a multi-based movie franchise that has made over $2 billion over several movies. I like the Conjuring franchise. I think it's very, very good. I think you have some farts here or there, but I think it's very interesting in the way you handle the idea of horror nowadays and some of the things you do. Then you get into It. It 1 was fantastic. It 2 was I'll watch it, but it's not something amazing, which became a global phenomenon and the highest grossing horror film in history with more than $704 million in global box office receipts. It was okay, but it became very popular because it was it was a Halloween flick. They came out one after another, and it was like, oh, this is a massive Halloween success. This is a massive horror movie for Halloween, and you brought them both out around Halloween, and everybody went to go see it. First one was pretty dang good. Second one's okay. It's not the greatest thing ever. It's nowhere near as good as the first, but last night, Paramount showed off their awards season contender, Babylon, which I know nothing about, from Oscar-winning filmmaker Damon Chazelle and the Movie Academy's Samuel Goldwyn Theater in Wilshire Boulevard. Hamada is represented by attorney Jeffrey Franklin. I don't know why they have to add this last end, but you come back to this Babylon show that they're putting out. Yeah, when you talk about Babylon, how are you talking about it? You're talking about the filmmaker. You're not talking about the producer, which is, again, well, not in this situation, but again, would be Walter Hamada. Quit talking about these shows as if Walter Hamada was there, like, writing the script, directing it, doing all that. No, all Walter Hamada is supposed to do is get the money together, and when the director's going a little bit too far and a little bit too crazy, comes in there and tries to redirect it back to where it needs to be. Other than that, he really doesn't have very much, he shouldn't have that much creative control. But a lot of these people are being heralded. A lot of the producers are being heralded as champions of storytelling. Again, how's the MCU doing? Kevin Feige was a great businessman and convinced a bunch of people that the MCU is doing fantastic, when in reality it's doing middling at best. Kathleen Kennedy, fantastic businesswoman, horrible director, and has single-handedly destroyed interest in Star Wars and is terrifying people over the prospects of the next Indiana Jones. Oh, excuse me. Again, before James Gunn and Peter Safran come in, and a lot of the DC movies that are coming out are being completely changed, reshoots. All sorts of craziness is happening just to try to make them decent. Remember, Walter Hamada had nothing to do with that Superman ending. Walter Hamada didn't want Henry Cavill's Superman to continue. Walter Hamada wanted James Gunn Superman, and with Ta-Nehisi Coates, you know, the black Superman that wasn't even gonna be that Kal Zod. Yeah, it was gonna be actually be Clark Kent from All Things Considered. And another black suit. They wanted to do everything else but what the fans wanted to do. Remember that. These producers are not creatives. Again, that's why I go back to DC right now. What James Gunn and Peter Safran are making could be complete crap. Total crap. And I could be eating crow by the time their movies start rolling out. But the reason we're excited over there is it's not just Peter Safran. It's James Gunn and Peter Safran. James Gunn's an actual storyteller and director. Peter Safran's the business side. So you have the two of them working together, where in MCU, Disney Marvel, you have Aloria Valonzo. I cannot remember her name off the top of my head. Kevin Feige. Lucasfilm, you got Kathleen Kennedy. Now over at Paramount, you got Walter Hamada. Well, you get what you get, I say. Paramount's future isn't looking that great. Again, Walter Hamada could probably herald some pretty decent horror movies. But let's not forget what he did to DC. With that, guys, give me your thoughts down in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.